Let me tell you about a man I know named John. John is 65 years old, and he does everything you're supposed to do. He wakes up early, he goes for a walk every single morning. He's careful about what he eats, choosing foods he believes are healthy. And most importantly, John never ever forgets to take his vitamins. He buys the expensive ones, the brands that promise the highest quality, the best absorption, the most potent ingredients. He has his vitamin D, his B12, his vitamin E, all lined up. He is the perfect student of health. But here's the paradox. Here is the frustrating, soul-crushing secret of John's life. He is tired. All the time. It's not a normal, end-of-the-day tiredness. It's a deep, nagging fatigue that clings to him like a damp coat he can't take off. It feels as if some invisible thief is siphoning away his energy, day after day, drop by drop. Now, let me ask you a question. Does John's story hit a little too close to home? Are you doing everything right? Are you spending your hard-earned money on those bottles of vitamin D, B12 and E, believing in their promise, only to find that you still feel drained, foggy, and exhausted? If the answer is yes, then I need you to listen very closely. The problem may not be the quality of your vitamins. The problem is what's on your plate, right next to them. The real culprit, the invisible thief of your energy, might be hiding in plain sight, disguised as a healthy choice right inside your kitchen cabinets. In this video, I am not just going to tell you why you're still tired. We're going to unmask the saboteurs. I will reveal the 3 silent energy destroyers that are actively deactivating your precious vitamins, and I will show you how to stop them. It's time to stop wasting your money and start getting the results you deserve. So, before we unmask the culprits hiding in your kitchen, we need to fully understand the treasure they are targeting. Because these aren't just any vitamins. They are the absolute bedrock of your vitality after 60. Think of them as the 3 master keys to unlocking the energy and health you thought were gone for good. Let's start with the first one, vitamin D. Now, most people hear vitamin D and they think strong bones. And yes, that's true. It's essential for absorbing calcium. But calling vitamin D a bone vitamin is like calling the sun a simple light bulb. It's a staggering understatement. The truth is, vitamin D isn't really a vitamin at all. It's a potent steroid hormone. Your body produces it from sunlight, and it influences over 200 of your genes. That means it has a say in almost everything your body does. I like to call it the body's light switch. When your vitamin D levels are optimal, it's like every light in your house is switched on. Your immune system is bright and vigilant, ready to fight off invaders. Your mood is lifted, stable and resilient. And, most importantly, your energy production is switched to on. You feel that inner hum of vitality. But when you're deficient, that light switch flips off. The entire house goes dim. A deep, unexplainable fatigue sets in. Your mood can plummet, leaving you feeling low for no apparent reason. Your immune system weakens, making you susceptible to every bug going around. Your body feels like a cold, dark room, no matter how much you try to warm it up. So when we talk about something sabotaging your vitamin D, we're not just talking about weaker bones. We're talking about someone dimming the lights on your entire life. Next, we have the second pillar of power, vitamin B12. If vitamin D is the light switch, then vitamin B12 is the power plant inside every single one of your cells. You can eat the healthiest food in the world, but without enough B12, it's useless. Why? Because B12 is what your body uses to convert that food into the most important substance for life. Glucose. Glucose is pure energy. It's the fuel that your muscles burn to walk, your heart uses to beat, and your brain devours to think. When B12 is abundant, your cellular power plants are running at full capacity. Food becomes fuel, efficiently and effectively. You feel sharp, clear-headed, and physically energized. That's because B12 does something else remarkable. It protects the delicate coating around your nerves, called the myelin sheath. Think of it as the insulation around an electrical wire. When that insulation is strong, nerve signals fire quickly and clearly. Your thoughts are fast, your memory is reliable. But when B12 is low, or when something is blocking its use, those power plants begin to sputter and shut down. You feel exhausted, even after a full night's sleep. You experience that frustrating brain fog, where words are on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't grasp them. That's the feeling of your power grid failing. It's a cellular energy crisis. So a substance that interferes with B12 isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's actively shutting down the power supply to your entire body. Finally, let's talk about the third hero of our story, vitamin E. I call vitamin E the devoted anti-aging bodyguard. Its primary job is simple, yet profoundly important: to protect you from the constant, relentless process of decay. Every second of every day, your body is under attack from things called free radicals. You can think of them as tiny, destructive sparks flying off the engine of your metabolism. They ricochet around your body, damaging your cell membranes, your DNA, and your vital organs. This damage is, in a word, aging. And what is our first line of an elite defense against this daily onslaught? Vitamin E. It is the most powerful fat-soluble antioxidant known to man. It patrols your body, sacrificing itself to neutralize these damaging sparks before they can harm your cells. It keeps your skin supple, your blood vessels flexible, and your organs protected from oxidative stress. It is the loyal bodyguard, standing between you and the ravages of time. When you have enough vitamin E, your bodyguard is strong. The damage is minimized. The aging process slows. But when you consume things that create a firestorm of free radicals, you force that bodyguard to work overtime. You deplete your reserves. It's like sending a single guard to fight off an entire army. Eventually, the guard falls, the gates are breached, and the damage begins to accelerate. That's why anything that robs you of vitamin E is literally speeding up how quickly you age. So you see, these three substances, D, B12, and E, are not just letters in the alphabet. They are a symphony of vitality. Vitamin D is the conductor, switching on the music. Vitamin B12 is the rhythm section, providing the driving energy. And vitamin E is the harmony, protecting the entire orchestra from damage. They are designed to work together. When one is missing or silenced, the entire piece of music falls flat. The beautiful symphony of your health becomes a discordant, frustrating noise. All right, are you ready? Let's unmask our first culprit. And I'll tell you right now, this one might sting a little, because this silent saboteur is very likely sitting in your breakfast bowl right at this moment. I'm talking about most commercial breakfast cereals. Yes, even the ones in the sensible-looking boxes. The ones that shout about being high in fiber, a great source of whole grains, or even heart-healthy. These promises, plastered across the packaging, are some of the most misleading in the entire supermarket. They have led millions of well-meaning people like you to start their day with a bowl full of lies. A bowl that is actively waging a two-front war against the most important vitamin for your mood and energy. Vitamin D. Here's the first line of attack: a hidden compound called phytic acid. You can think of phytic acid as the plant's natural defense system. It's designed to protect the grain's precious minerals until it's ready to sprout. It does this by acting like a powerful nutrient locker. When you eat grains that haven't been properly prepared, through traditional methods like soaking or fermenting, that phytic acid enters your gut and immediately starts locking up vital minerals. It grabs onto calcium, it grabs onto magnesium, and it grabs onto zinc, forming a bond so tight that your body can no longer absorb them. They pass right through you, completely wasted. Now, think about what we know about vitamin D. Its main job is to help your body use calcium and magnesium. So you swallow your expensive vitamin D pill. The key is there. But phytic acid has already stolen the lock from the door. The key is now useless. It has nothing to open. You are taking a vitamin that is all dressed up with nowhere to go because its essential mineral partners have been hijacked by your breakfast. But that's only half of the story. there is a second, even more sinister attack happening in that same bowl. It's the sheer, staggering amount of hidden sugar. Many of these so-called healthy cereals contain more sugar per serving than a donut or a slice of cake. And when that tidal wave of sugar hits your system, it does one thing with devastating efficiency: it creates inflammation. Think of chronic inflammation as a low-grade, 5-alarm fire burning constantly inside your body. And what does your body use as its primary firefighting foam? Its precious reserves of anti-inflammatory nutrients, especially magnesium and vitamin D. So picture this. You take your vitamin D in the morning hoping it will strengthen your bones and lift your mood, but then you pour a bowl of sugary cereal. You are literally starting a fire and forcing your body to immediately sacrifice that very same vitamin D to go put it out. It's a cycle of sabotage. You're pouring water into a bucket with a giant hole in the bottom, and that hole is your breakfast cereal. Let me tell you about Mary. Mary is a wonderful 72-year-old woman who came to me feeling utterly defeated. Her bone density scans were getting worse every year, putting her at high risk for a fracture. Her doctors were baffled. She was doing everything they told her to do. She was taking massive doses of both vitamin D and calcium supplements. Yet, her bones grew weaker. We went through her diet, and one thing stood out. Every single morning for 20 years, she had started her day with a bowl of healthy bran flakes, believing she was doing the best thing for her heart and her digestion. On my advice, she made one single change. She threw out the cereal. Instead, she started her day with 2 eggs, cooked in a little butter. 6 months later, she went for her follow-up scan. Her doctor called her, his voice filled with surprise. For the first time in a decade, her bone loss had not just stopped. It had started to reverse. By removing the saboteur, she finally allowed the vitamins to do their job. The key finally fit the lock. So, what's the smart alternative? You don't need anything complicated. You need what Mary had: 2 or 3 eggs. They are nature's multivitamin, packed with protein and the healthy fats your body needs to actually absorb vitamin D. Another fantastic choice is avocado, rich in healthy fats and that crucial mineral partner, magnesium. And if you love your oatmeal, that's okay, as long as you prepare it correctly. Soaking your oats overnight in water with a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar helps to neutralize the phytic acid, transforming it from a foe into a friend. The takeaway here is simple, but it is profound. Your innocent-looking breakfast could be the #1 reason your vitamin D is failing you. But it's only our first culprit. The next one is even more widespread, and it's targeting your body's ultimate anti-aging bodyguard. You've cleaned out the breakfast cereal. That's a fantastic first step, but our first culprit often works in tandem with an even more widespread and sinister accomplice. This next saboteur is so common, so deeply embedded in our food supply, that escaping it requires a conscious, deliberate effort. It is likely in your salad dressing. It's in the crackers you snack on, the cookies you treat yourself with, and the mayonnaise you spread on your sandwiches. I'm talking about refined, industrial vegetable and seed oils. This is the silent assassin in your pantry. Oils like soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, grapeseed, and sunflower oil. For the last 50 years, we have been told that these were the heart-healthy choice. We were told to abandon traditional fats like butter and embrace these clear liquid oils. And it turns out, that may have been one of the most destructive pieces of health advice ever given, because these oils are actively robbing your body of its most precious anti-aging nutrient, vitamin E. Here's how they carry out the heist. These industrial seed oils are extremely high in a type of fat called omega-6 polyunsaturated fats. And you need to know one thing about these fats. They are incredibly unstable. They are fragile. Think of them as a pile of dry tinder just waiting for a spark. And what is the spark? Heat, light, and air. The very process of refining these oils, which involves high heat, pressure, and chemical solvents, damages them before they even get into the bottle. Then, you bring them home and you cook with them. You pour them into a hot pan. At that moment, you unleash what scientists call a free radical storm inside your body. It is pure chaos at a cellular level. It's a hailstorm of tiny, destructive bullets ripping through your system, damaging cell membranes, scarring your arteries, and accelerating the aging of your skin and organs. Your body, in a state of emergency, needs to quell this storm immediately. It needs to put out this raging oxidative fire. And what is the most powerful firefighter it has for this specific type of fire? Your entire reserve of vitamin E. So let's trace the journey. You take your vitamin E supplement, your devoted anti-aging bodyguard, to protect you from the visible signs of aging. And at the exact same moment, your body, which is being bombarded by the free radicals from the vegetable oil you cooked your dinner in, immediately says thank you and sends that bodyguard on a suicide mission. It forces your body to sacrifice its entire supply of vitamin E, not to make you look younger or to protect your heart, but simply to clean up the toxic mess created by your cooking oil. You are pouring your precious anti-aging vitamin directly onto a raging fire. It's gone in a flash, used up in a desperate act of damage control, leaving your cells defenseless against the normal, everyday process of aging. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert is a 68-year-old man who was deeply worried about heart disease and looking older than his years. His skin was dull. He had a web of broken capillaries on his cheeks, and he just felt like his circulation was poor. He was a proactive guy. He was taking a high-quality vitamin E supplement every day and even using expensive vitamin E creams on his face, hoping to turn back the clock. But nothing was working. He felt helpless. When we looked at his diet, it seemed healthy on the surface. Lean chicken, lots of roasted vegetables. But then came the key question. What do you cook them in? His answer was the same one millions would give. A big, clear plastic bottle of generic vegetable oil. He used it for everything. I urged him to make a switch. Throw that plastic bottle away. For high-heat cooking, like searing his chicken, he switched to butter or ghee. For roasting his vegetables and making salad dressings, he switched to extra virgin olive oil. That's it. 3 months later, the changes were not just on paper. They were visible on his face. He came to see me, and for the first time, his skin had a healthy sheen. His friends had started asking him what he was doing. He said he felt a new warmth in his hands and feet. He simply looked healthier. By removing the fire, he finally allowed his firefighter, his vitamin E, to do its real job, to protect and to repair. So what is this simple, powerful rule you can apply today? It's this. Use oils for finishing and stable fats for cooking. For finishing, for drizzling on a salad or over already cooked vegetables, use a high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. It's delicate and meant to be used cold. But for any kind of cooking that involves heat in a pan or in the oven, you must switch to a stable fat. That means butter, ghee, which is clarified butter, or coconut oil. These fats can handle the heat without breaking down and unleashing that destructive storm in your body. Every time you choose to cook with one of those clear industrial seed oils, you are forcing your body into an impossible choice: age faster or burn through your entire supply of its most important anti-aging vitamin. The choice is yours. And the final culprit we need to unmask is perhaps the most deceptive of all. It promises sweetness with no consequences, but it's silently destroying your gut and your brain. You've identified the enemy in your breakfast bowl and the assassin in your cooking oil. You are already miles ahead of most people. But the final culprit we need to unmask is, in many ways, the most treacherous of all. This one is a master deceiver, a con artist. It slides into your diet promising a deal that seems too good to be true. All of the sweetness you crave, with none of the calories. It whispers a tempting lie, and we have all fallen for it. I am talking about artificial sweeteners. They are the chemical magic behind diet sodas, sugar-free yogurts, light juices, and thousands of other products marketed to the health-conscious. Names like aspartame, sucralose, and acys-sulfame potassium. We were told they were the perfect solution, a guilt-free way to manage our weight and blood sugar. But this free sweetness comes at a terrible, hidden price. It is paid by your gut, and it is silently sabotaging your supply of the brain's most critical nutrient, vitamin B12. To understand this deception, you need to understand a revolutionary truth. You are not just you. You are an entire ecosystem. Living inside your gut is a bustling, hidden metropolis of trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes. This is your microbiome, and these tiny residents are not just passive passengers. They are active participants in your health. In fact, many of them work as tiny factory workers producing essential vitamins for you. And one of their most important jobs is to produce and help you absorb vitamin B12. Your energy, your memory, your very ability to think clearly depends on the health of this inner city. Now, what happens when you consume an artificial sweetener? Even though it has 0 calories for you, your gut bacteria have no idea what to do with this foreign, man-made chemical. It's like a toxic chemical spill in the middle of their bustling metropolis. Study after study has shown that these sweeteners create havoc in the microbiome. They act as an antibiotic against your beneficial bacteria, killing off the skilled factory workers that produce B12. At the same time, they allow harmful, inflammatory bacteria to thrive and take over the real estate. They poison the very environment where your most essential energy vitamin is supposed to be born. It's like trying to grow a beautiful garden in poisoned soil. You can take the highest quality B12 supplement, or even get an expensive injection from your doctor, but you are pouring precious seeds and life-giving water onto toxic, barren land. Nothing can grow. The B12 can't be properly absorbed or utilized by your body, because the very foundation, the living soil of your gut, has been destroyed. Let me tell you about Susan. Susan is a sharp 69-year-old retired teacher who came to me terrified of what she called her senior moments. She was experiencing debilitating brain fog. She would walk into a room and completely forget why she was there. She struggled to find common words. Her doctor ran tests, and seeing her B12 was on the low side, immediately started her on B12 injections. But a strange thing happened. Her blood levels of B12 went up, but her brain fog didn't go away. She and her doctor were completely stumped. We sat down and went through her daily routine. And there it was, a seemingly harmless habit. To avoid the sugar in regular soda, Susan drank 1 or 2 cans of diet soda every single day. She thought she was making the smart, healthy choice. She had no idea she was poisoning the soil. I asked her to try an experiment. For 30 days, she would replace the diet sodas with sparkling water with a fresh squeeze of lime. That's all. The woman who came back to see me a month later was transformed. She said it was like a dense fog had finally lifted from her mind. The words came easily. Her memory was sharp again. For the first time, the B12 that was already in her system could actually get to her brain and do its job, because the environment in her gut had finally begun to heal. You must stop these chemical deceivers from wrecking your inner world. So what are the smart, truly guilt-free alternatives? First, embrace water. It's what your body truly craves. If you find it boring, infuse it with slices of lemon, cucumber, or a sprig of mint. Second, switch to unsweetened herbal teas. And third, if you want something with a little fizz and flavor, try a small glass of a low-sugar kombucha. Not only does it avoid the artificial chemicals, but it also actively helps to repopulate your gut with the good bacteria you need. This master deceiver promises you a free lunch, but it charges a devastating hidden price: your energy and your mental clarity. So we have unmasked the 3 saboteurs, the sweet enemy in your breakfast bowl. the silent assassin in your cooking oil, and the master deceiver in your diet drinks. You might be thinking that the biggest mistake you could make is simply eating these foods. But you would be wrong. That is not the biggest mistake. The single biggest mistake you can make on your health journey is not when you eat, it's who you trust. The biggest mistake is blindly trusting the promises printed in bright, cheerful letters on the front of the box. It's believing the marketing instead of believing your own body. Think about it. Each one of these culprits comes disguised as a friend. The cereal is marketed as heart healthy, a responsible choice for a healthy breakfast. The vegetable oil is sold to us as a natural and superior alternative to the traditional fats our grandparents used. The diet soda is presented as the smart choice, the guilt-free pleasure for the disciplined dieter. Every single one is a lie. A carefully constructed, billion-dollar lie designed to keep you coming back for more, even as you feel worse and worse. And this is why your battle is not just against fatigue. It is not just against brain fog or premature aging. Your battle is against misinformation. It's a fight to reclaim the truth about what truly nourishes the human body. And here is the most important truth of all, the one that once you understand it, will change everything for you. For your vitamins, your expensive vitamin D, your vital B12, your precious vitamin E, for them to do their magical work, your body requires one thing above all else: a clean, calm, non-inflamed environment. They need a stable foundation upon which to build. And the three food groups we have just discussed, their primary function is to create the exact opposite. They create a body that is in a constant state of low-grade inflammation, emergency, and toxic stress. Trying to supplement your way out of a bad diet is like trying to paint a moldy wall. I want you to really picture that. Imagine the wall of a house. A healthy body is like a clean, smooth, primed wall, ready for a beautiful new coat of paint. The paint is your vitamins, ready to protect, beautify, and strengthen. But when you consume these three food groups, you are actively creating dampness, decay, and black mold all over that wall. Now, what happens when you try to put a fresh coat of expensive, high-quality paint over that damp, moldy wall? The paint might cover the mold for a day or two, but it cannot stick. It will bubble, it will peel, it will flake off, completely useless. It was a complete and utter waste of time, money, and effort. You didn't fix the house. You just hid the decay for a moment. To truly restore the house, you must first strip away the old paint, scrub the wall clean, and get rid of the mold from the source. You must heal the environment first. Stop trying to paint the mold. Stop wasting your money on supplements that your body cannot even use. It's time to clean the wall. It's time to remove the sources of inflammation so that all the good things you are doing, all the effort you are putting in, finally have a chance to work. And the good news is, it's simpler than you think. Knowledge is meaningless without action. So right now, I'm going to give you a simple 7-day action plan to clean house, reset your system, and finally open the door for your vitamins to work their magic. This isn't a lifelong diet. This is a 1-week project to reclaim your health. Are you ready? Your mission for days 1 and 2 is the Great Kitchen Cleanout. This is the most critical first step. I want you to grab a trash bag. We are going to eliminate the saboteurs and remove the nutritional clutter from your life. Walk to your pantry. That box of heart-healthy cereal flakes? Gone. That big, clear plastic bottle of vegetable oil, corn oil, or canola oil? Gone. Now, open your refrigerator. Any diet soda, any sugar-free yogurt, any product that proudly advertises the words light, diet, or zero sugar thanks to artificial sweeteners? Gone. I know this might feel drastic, but this is a declaration of independence. You are telling the food industry that their lies no longer have power over you. You are clearing out the mold so you can begin to rebuild. Next, On days 3 and 4, we focus on the breakfast upgrade. You haven't lost a breakfast. You are about to gain a real one. This is where you replace the inflammatory box of sugar and phytic acid with real, nourishing food. Your new go-to breakfast is simple. 2 or 3 eggs, cooked in real butter. That's it. Why eggs? Because they are nature's perfect multivitamin, providing the high-quality protein and healthy fats your body needs to actually absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D. If you want to add to it, half an avocado on the side gives you a fantastic dose of healthy fats and that crucial mineral, magnesium. You will be amazed at how satisfied and energized you feel without the mid-morning crash. For days 5 and 6, it's time for a smart cooking revolution. Your new house rule is simple. We cook with stable fats and we dress with delicate oils. This means that any cooking you do with heat, whether you're searing chicken, sautéing vegetables, or roasting in the oven, you will now use only butter, ghee, or coconut oil. These are stable, healthy fats that do not create that inflammatory storm in your body when heated. Your new go-to breakfast is simple. 2 or 3 eggs, cooked in real butter. That's it. Why eggs? Because they are nature's perfect multivitamin, providing the high-quality protein and healthy fats your body needs to actually absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D. That bottle of extra virgin olive oil, it's fantastic, but it's now reserved for finishing your food. Drizzle it on your salad. Drizzle it over your cooked vegetables right before you serve them. This preserves its delicate compounds and incredible flavor. This simple switch alone will dramatically lower the inflammatory load on your body. Finally, on day 7, we establish the hydration habit. This might be the easiest and most profound change of all. For this one day, make a conscious effort to drink only water or unsweetened herbal tea. Your goal is to reset your palate and your habits. Recognize the sensation of true thirst and satisfy it with what your body actually wants: pure, clean water. This helps to flush out your system and supports the healing of your gut lining, which has been damaged by artificial sweeteners. That's it. That's the 7-day plan. And it all boils down to a simple, 3-step philosophy you can carry with you for life. Step 1. Remove. You have removed the 3 saboteurs. The breakfast cereals, the industrial oils, and the artificial sweeteners are no longer welcome in your home. Step 2. Replace. You have replaced them with real, nourishing whole foods. Eggs and avocados, butter and olive oil, pure water and herbal tea. Step 3. Replenish. And only now on this clean foundation can those precious vitamins you're taking, your vitamin D, your B12, and your vitamin E, finally do their job. You have cleaned the soil. Now, the seeds you plant can finally grow. This is not about deprivation. This is about liberation. It's about freeing your body from the burden of processing these toxic foods, so it can finally focus on what it's designed to do: heal, repair, and create boundless energy. The fatigue, the brain fog, the feeling of being older than your years. It is not a life sentence handed down by your age. Please hear me on this. It is not a permanent condition. It is a signal. It's a message from your wise body, calling for you to look deeper, to question what you've been told, and to examine what you put into it every single day. You do not need more complicated or expensive solutions. You do not need another magic pill. You just need the right understanding. You are the architect of your own health. You hold the blueprint, and now you have the tools to begin rebuilding. If this video has given you just one aha moment, one piece of the puzzle you've been missing, I ask you to please hit that like button. It tells the world that this message is important and helps it reach someone else who might be feeling as lost as you were. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of the 3 culprits we unmasked today was the biggest shock for you? Was it the breakfast cereal, the cooking oils, or the diet drinks? Please share your answer in the comments below. Your story matters. Your moment of realization could be the very thing that helps another person finally connect the dots for themselves. And finally, if you are ready to stop painting the mold and start building a foundation of true, lasting health, be sure to subscribe to this channel. There are so many more truths to uncover together. Thank you for your time. Be well.